Well, now, we are vampire crazy here on the Alan Murphy Show, so I'm absolutely delighted to be joined live on the phone by star of the Smoking Hot Vampire Diaries, Stephen or McQueen, or to us, Jerry McGilbert. How are you doing?
I'm doing great. Out here in Atlanta, Georgia, and it's a bit colder outside than I'd like, but having a blast.
It's cold in Hotlanta, no way.
Yep.
Well, thank you so much for joining us now, Stephen. Now, we are loving the Vampire Diaries here in Ireland. First of all, were you kind of a fan of the whole vampire craze even before you landed a role on the show?
You know what, to be honest, I was a bit blind to the hype. I was more of a fan of Gary Oldman's vampire story.
Really?
But, you know, it's been a blast to be part of it ever since.
And how did you get the part then of Jeremy? There wasn't a Jeremy in the books, was there?
Oh, no, Jeremy actually was a 4-year-old girl named Margaret. So it's a bit of a change. I didn't have much inspiration going off the books. But I auditioned for it. I was up for this and Melrose Place, but was very drawn to the Jeremy character just because he was so dark, and it was definitely going to take an imagination stretch to play. So it was fun, you know, and I was glad when I was offered the character and took it very excitedly.
And now, just to let you know as well, we're nearing the end of season 1 here in Ireland. Now, you know, of course, that vampires are real and all that. That's kind of where we're at the show. But I've got to ask you, Jeremy is so becoming a vampire, isn't he? You're so not going to tell us, though.
I don't want to ruin it. The second season, things just get crazy, and Jeremy's forced to deal with some issues. And you know, in the first season, he's very soft and kind of wears his heart on his sleeve. And in the second season, he kind of starts to harden a little bit and starts to fight back against this world that's pushed him around so much. And it definitely becomes much more interesting, and the stakes are raised quite a bit.
And now, Stephen, would you like if Jeremy became a vampire?
You know, I think whatever twists and turns come the second season, I've been very happy with, and he really just starts to, rather than kind of knowing about this crazy stuff and starting to get information, gets involved, and it gets crazy.
Okay, and of course as well, Jeremy is so nice on the show. He's such a nice guy. Do you kind of think it'd be difficult to get really more evil if you had to as a vampire, or would you really like the challenge?
Yeah, I mean, any twists and turns they throw at Jeremy are always blessed to play. The interesting thing about this character is his mindset's always changing. You know, he's never in the same place just because of, you know, insecurity, loss, and other things. So any turns that come, whether they be evil or good, would be a blast to play.
Brilliant. And now as well, it's a very young cast and such a cool cast as well on the Vampire Diaries. You must all have a lot of fun together.
Oh yeah, I mean we have a blast. You know, we all either moved here from California or Vancouver, and so we were kind of stuck with each other, and we just have become a family ever since.
And who are you closest to then in the cast?
Me, Zach, and Trevino all tend to go out quite a bit.
Oh, good stuff. Now as well, a fan called Valerie just tweeted me a question for you, and it's what's the funniest thing that's ever happened behind the scenes on the Vampire Diaries on set?
You know what, our group is a group of pranksters. Unfortunately, most of them aren't too radio friendly, so I might have to keep that to myself, but we definitely are pulling pranks on each other constantly. Brilliant
now as well. And of course, Atlanta is a real party town. Do ladies ask you all the time to suck their blood, or do Ian and Paul get that the most?
You know, we get that from time to time, you know, which, you know, sometimes flattering and sometimes a bit intimidating.
How do you respond to it, "will you suck my blood" comment?
You know, I'm still looking for the answer. I'm not quite sure how to respond.
And now, Stephen, as well, how do you find fans of the show? Because there are no fans more passionate than vampire fans. Do you find that?
You know, when I'm working, I become quite reclusive and kind of stay in for the most part. So when I'm working, I stay very blind to the hype. It's when we're off that we start to see it. But unfortunately, we're working about 90% of the time. So, yeah.
And now as well, I hear season 2 is even more amazing than season 1. Do you kind of find that you've all really settled into your roles now?
Yeah, I mean, Jeremy's mentally going through so many twists and turns that he never really settles into any one mindset. So it's always some sort of change going on with him. So I don't ever feel settled in at any point. But he's definitely kind of coming to his own a little more this season.
And now, Stephen, as well, chances were pretty much that you were always going to be an actor. You were born in LA, your dad and granddad were actors. Was it always the dream for you?
Oh, you know what, I actually came into it a little later. I kind of was a little bit aimless when I was younger, and a bit of a troublemaker, and kind of, as I got older, just kind of didn't know what I was doing, gave it a try, and really began to love it, and the work became therapeutic in a strange way.
Okay, cool. And do you miss LA at all?
Oh, yeah, you know, I miss the ocean, and my family's out there, and a lot of my friends, but I also love Atlanta.
Okay, brilliant. Now, LA as well is known for its beautiful women. Who for you is the hottest woman on the planet right now?
Oh, I would say probably Rachel McAdams. You know, she's a talented actress, and she's beautiful. And
now, poor Jeremy doesn't have too much luck with the ladies on the show. Vicky dying, I don't think it's going to work out to go with Anna as well. Do you have more luck in your own life with the ladies?
Yeah, I've developed quite a death touch. Anyone
Do you have better luck in real life, Stephen?
Trouble. So I'm just going to be celibate for the rest of my life.
And now, are you a fan of Irish ladies? We've got to ask.
You know, I haven't met all that many, so I'm undecided as of now.
Okay, good stuff. Have you ever been to Ireland?
Oh no, I haven't. I would love to come down there.
And you've no Irish roots?
Yeah, I have Irish roots. Definitely McQueen, I think, is Irish, right?
Oh yeah, I think so. That's cool. Now, we've time for another question as well from Twitter. This one is from Elaine. She says, what is the fake blood made of, and does it taste good?
Yeah, actually, it tastes really good. It's syrup or something. I know it's got a lot of sugar in it, whatever it is. And it tastes quite good.
Okay, another question here as well. This one is from Lisa. If you could take one character from Twilight or True Blood and put them in the Vampire Diaries, who would it be?
You know, I might have a bunch of people mad at me, but I have yet to see Twilight or True Blood. They're great shows. I admire a bunch of the actors and actresses, but I've yet to watch them.
And is movies then something you'd like to get into?
Oh, yeah, most definitely. You know, I'm always interested in playing new characters and approaching new mindsets, so I'm definitely looking forward to working in a couple movies.
That's brilliant, that's brilliant. Now, as I said, we're nearing the end of season 1. Give us one secret kind of what's going to come up. What can we look forward to?
Jeremy, despite his death touch, he begins to get involved with another main cast member on the show.
Okay, cool. Cannot wait for that. Well, it was absolutely great to talk to you, Stephen. Thank you so much for joining us. Before I let you go, everyone is wondering, why won't you go on Twitter? You have to join Twitter.
You know, I used to have Facebook, and I just somebody hacked into it, so I've been done with it ever since.
So we're going to start the campaign, though, to get you on Twitter. Come on.
It's complicated for me.
You're going to go and hang up the phone and then join Twitter right now, aren't you?
All right, sure.
Well, Stephen, it was great to talk to you. Best of luck with the show. It's a fantastic show, and it was really great to have you on my show. Thank you.
All right, man. Have a good day.